Hi, good afternoon. I wanted to just give you an overview of the class and where you can find things in Canvas. So I'm going to share my screen with you and I'll be in student view, so you'll see what you see when you log in. First, I want to introduce you to Jenny. You probably will be seeing her a lot in my videos. It's one of the cats I have, and for some reason she likes to get where I am on the couch. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. I am on the modules page, and you'll notice that this is modules is where you're going to spend the majority of your time. Everything's going to be organized by weeks, and it'll have what you need to complete the week's assignment successfully. To begin with, before you can access any of the course content, I need you to go through the Welcome Here module. So there's a welcome page, which is an introduction and has lots of helpful information. Of course, the syllabus. I've provided you a link to purchase the textbook either directly from the publisher, which is cheaper, or there's contact information for how to purchase the book from the bookstore as well. And then the last thing in the Welcome Here module is just a question and answer discussion. If you ever have questions that are general to the class, that's a great place to ask them because multiple people can answer that, and I will be monitoring it as well. So the next thing I want to show you is that everything is going to be organized by weeks. So for example, week 1 will be here. Once you've completed the Start Here module, this will open up so you can see and click on the information to it. Most of the modules aren't going to open until you've completed the previous one. So for example, to do week 2, you would have to have completed the information in week 1, especially if you're somebody that wants to work ahead. And while you're able to work ahead, if you can, please note that I am still in the process of getting content online. So right now, I mean, I'm working to get everything we need for week 1. It may just take a little bit of time before I have all of the content on there. So I do want to point out to you a couple of things in the week modules. The first thing that you're always going to notice is an overview. You need to look at that first. It's going to have an overview video of what we're discussing that week and is like a to-do list of what you need to complete that week. Then you'll see materials that can help you for that week. I don't want these materials to replace your reading of the textbook, but they are just there to help you. I've done a couple of things. The first is that I've created a PowerPoint for each chapter. That's listed there. The other thing is that I've provided a video lecture of the chapter where I talk through the PowerPoint. I wanted to include them both so that depending on how you learn and what you want to do, you can access one or both of those. There are tools available for you to help you understand the material. The other thing you'll notice in the week modules are the assignments. So for example, in week 1, there's the week 1 discussion. You'll click here to access that. And then also you'll click here to access the quiz that's due that week. You'll notice I don't have chapter 7 information here yet. I will before you have access to it. And I will add a PowerPoint and I'll do a video lecture and add that as well. So a couple of other tools I want to point out to you just in case you're not familiar with Canvas is that on the left-hand side, you'll see some places, announcements, where I make announcements. You see the access to the syllabus, which we're going to look at in just a minute. Um, Grades are where you can access your grades. And then there's the people tool to see who's in the class, and then the chat tool that's there. If you aren't familiar with Canvas Messenger, this is going to be a tool you're going to want to use a lot. Easiest way to contact me. If I'm not on my computer, I do get notifications to my phone, so I can see that and respond to you. And I do try my best to respond to you as quickly as I can. Okay, so let me go back to the syllabus. I do want to open the syllabus and just talk through the class with you. I'm not going to read the entire syllabus to you, but I do just want to point out some things. The first is that our class has moved online, as I mentioned in the earlier video. So my office hours that are listed here are virtual this semester. So we can meet, it can be through video conferencing, or we can meet on Canvas. You can message me on Canvas to set up a time to meet either by phone or video conferencing. If those hours don't work for you, obviously I'm going to be as flexible as possible, and so we can find a time to meet that works for you and that works for me. So I want to go down to this section, required assignments and academic calendar. This is where you can see an overview of the class and what assignments that will be due. So on the left-hand side, it tells you what we'll be reading. On the right-hand side, it tells you what assignments are due that week. For the most part, your assignments, except for discussions, are due on Sunday. The discussion post, I want you to make your initial post at least by Wednesday of that week so that it gives you and your classmates time to discuss the material, and then you will interact the entire week on the discussion board post. And you can see the rubric for the assignments that's there. Each of these assignments will be in Canvas. I will have clear instructions on what the expectations are, where to submit them, and what's to do. The only other difference between the Sunday and Wednesday deadlines are in week 6. We have to do a group project even though the class is online. And so it's just a more developed discussion. And so there are some initial deadlines. So you have to make a post by Tuesday. The second part is by Thursday. The third part is by that Sunday. Again, when we get there, I'll go into a lot more detail on what the group project is. The next thing I want to talk about is just how you're going to be graded this semester. You can look at that here. So 60% of your grade in the class is on presentations, 20% quizzes and an exam, and then the last 20% are some discussions, a speech critique, and a group reflection. Do go back and review the syllabus. By no means is this meant to be an exhaustive, you know, control of the syllabus. I just am wanting to provide some information for you. The other thing I want to point out to you is that I have not added the Zoom link yet, but on Monday at 11 a.m., which is when our class was supposed to meet, I am going to be online in video conferencing. If you're able to, I would encourage you to join that, and we can discuss some through the material, the course overview, and those things. If not, it's completely fine. I understand that your schedules may have changed significantly. You have a lot more burdens that you're focused on right now. And so don't stress out if you can't attend that time live. I will post the video there that's afterwards. It's just a tool for us to be able to connect a little bit more. I know that this semester is not what any of us would have wanted. We had planned to be in class. We definitely didn't want to be dealing with a pandemic virus and all of the effects that that's going to have on us. And I realize that you face very real challenges personally, academically, and professionally right now. And so I just want to let you know that I am going to be as flexible as I can. I want to work with you to help you to be successful in the class. And so communicate with me often, communicate with me when you're struggling and when you have frustrations, and we can work together to find a way around those. I do look forward to working with you this semester. I do wish we were meeting face to face, but we can't. But I'm going to try to be as interactive as possible and connect with you in any ways that I can. So let me know what questions you have. I hope you will enjoy learning about communication and applying those skills. And I look forward to interacting with you this week. Thanks. Bye-bye.